What's good, my lovely peoples? It's your main man Solace here, the humble servant of the life. I'm a little under the weather today, but I'ma still knock this video out because I feel like knowledge is a very important thing. This is the only way for a person to better their lives and their circumstances. See, we tend to think if we get a little more money, through the money we could change our lives. But this is not true. See, you see rappers getting signed, jerked around because they don't have any knowledge of that business. But once they acquire some knowledge of that business, then they always can better their circumstances. Now, their life is usually still in turmoil and chaos because they don't have any knowledge of the life in a whole. So it's a deep thing. Knowledge is the most important thing in this life. And if a person can grasp a thing, they could change their circumstances. Now, I want to do this video on antimatter versus matter because this is the beginnings of the life. And if you can understand the beginnings of the life, then you can have a better perspective of how things are now, the different personalities, the different energies, things of this nature, emotions, etc. Because all of this comes from the beginnings. See, the microscopic life builds itself up on top of each other, and this is how you get the physical things that you see. Now, matter and antimatter is the duality of the life, the beginnings of it. But a lot of people think that these two things are separate, meaning physical matter is what we see here, and antimatter is something else invisible or in another dimension somewhere. This is untrue. That is not a scientific fact. That is just something that someone made up. Now, the scientific fact is matter and antimatter dwell in the same space in any part of the life. Because antimatter becomes the physical things you see, just like matter becomes the physical things you see. The only difference is the manner in which they act. So this is what separates the two. Now I'm going to break this down. I want y'all to grasp. You have matter. This is quarks and leptons, which would be protons and electrons, positive and negative energies. They attract one another. So protons attract electrons. This is how you get atoms, then cells, then the physical things you see. So this is how things work on the matter side. Now with the antimatter side, it works itself into the physical life that you see now the same way, except everything moves anti, meaning it moves the opposite in the nature that it's supposed to. So a proton is positive and it attracts an electron which is negative. But with antimatter, an antiproton acts as an electron, meaning it gives off negative energies. And the electron, well, the anti-electron gives off positive energies. So they act different than they're supposed to. Now you can grasp. You can have a room of 20 people. Some of them people consist of antimatter, and some of us will consist of matter. But the way to know who's consist of what is through the manner and behavior of the person. Because these things have the way they act, and this is how you'll know. See, a man is attracted to a woman. Grasp that. In this physical life, a man is attracted to a woman. A proton is attracted to an electron. Now, if you see a man attracted to another man, this is like antimatter. It is antimatter working its way into the physical. Meaning, a man attracted to a man is the same as a proton acting as an electron. See, the man is supposed to be attracted to a woman, but it thinks opposite, meaning the man acts as a woman instead of a man. Regardless of the way he acts, The psyche of it. It thinks as a woman, meaning it's attracted to men, but it's supposed to be attracted to women. And this is how antimatter works. It's supposed to be negative, meaning an electron is supposed to be negative. But in antimatter, it acts like a proton, meaning it is the same. And this is how you know what is what. So it's not a separated thing. It's just an attracted thing. Meaning, antimatter and matter is both physically here in this life. They just don't attract each other. So a man is attracted to a woman. He'll see a gay woman and be attracted. But she won't be attracted to him because she is antimatter, meaning she acts opposite of the nature she is supposed to, just like antimatter does. So this is how it works its way into the physical life. And this is how you get energies, the many different energies we have. Because y'all think we only have two energies, masculine and feminine. No, you have many energies. This is what we call emotions and personalities, the energies coming into the life. But you have to grasp, two energies become three. So you have masculine energy in its behavior. You have feminine energy in its behavior. And then the third would be the anti-energy or the homosexual energy. See, these is all sexual energies. So you have three sexual energies. From the duality, you get the three sexual energies. Masculine in the way it acts, feminine in the way it acts, in homosexuality in the way it acts. So you have to grasp, this is matter and antimatter, and how it acts all in the same space amongst one another. The only thing is they don't attract one another, and when they come into contact, they usually explode. Just like in the life, when a man comes in contact with a man that is gay, there's usually a problem. But law stops that now here in America, but in other places they'll chop your head off. So it's a deep thing. But we have to understand this is all the same life. We think life is separated. It is all the same. It is all in the same space. The micro life is in the same space we are in. It is just within us, acting and doing as it does. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. From those three energies, masculine, feminine, and homosexual, this is where you get the different personalities and the different energies, like good vibes, bad vibes. See, it is all within the eye of the beholder. To regular matter, antimatter, something wrong with it. And to antimatter, matter, something is wrong with it in its behavior. So it's a deep thing. Same within a life. Something wrong with a gay motherfucker to a regular man, and vice versa. So it's a deep thing we have to grasp. The two will always become the three. Man and woman will bring about a child. This is the three from the two. And it's the same with the duality in the beginnings of the life. Matter and antimatter will bring about the three sexual energies, which will bring about the many different emotions and personalities that we have. And the way to tell who is through their behavior, because the energies act in their manner from the very beginning. So you have to grasp, if you see a gay man, he is antimatter. This is why he acts that way. Some places in some islands, my homie told me that they call gay people anti-mon. They probably don't even understand science. But knowledge of the past, they had knowledge of science, and a lot of the words and things that was passed down that they used, it is still used today from the understandings of the life. So we just have to grasp. This is why I can get along with the gay people. It doesn't bother me. It is because the level of intellect I have. I understand that this is way deeper than the physical person you see now. This started with the cells. This started with the protons, the antiprotons, and the anti-electrons, the positrons. So it's a deep thing. It's the duality of the life coming into the physical together, and you just have to know the difference. These two things are supposed to be separated. This is how you keep things at peace and moving forward. We got everything bunched in together. So it's just a simple but deep thing, man. We just have to grasp, man. Knowledge is the key to everything. And you must understand, everything is here in the life. The life is within the life. So nothing is in no other dimension or nothing like that. First dimension is just the microscopicus of the life, the atoms. Second dimension is just the cells. Third dimension is the dimension that we're in now, 3D. Fourth dimension, planets, things of this nature. So you just have to grasp. This is dimensions. Antimatter and matter is the duality of the life, and this is how you get the balance. So homosexuality would be the balance to matter. Meaning, men are attracted to women. In homosexuality, it's reversed. Men are attracted to men, women are attracted to women. So you have to grasp, it's a simple thing. It is the antimatter with the matter. So it's just like if a homosexual woman comes in contact with a straight woman, and let's say they do something, nothing will happen because they don't attract. So it's a simple but deep thing we have to grasp. But this is why gay people act different than they're supposed to. Meaning, this is why a gay man is attracted to men instead of women. And this is why a gay woman is attracted to women instead of men. Because antimatter moves in that nature. And that's the beginnings of the life, building its way up into this physical realm we're in now. So it is only the life. Please grasp, man. It's your main man, Solace. Let's get to a level. You can look all of this up. Scientists use different words than I use because they have a different perspective of the life. But you can look up anything I said and you'll see that it's accurate. It's your main man, Solace. I'm going to go get me some Theraflu, rub some Vicks on my chest, and get on better. Peace is out.